Hey everyone, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. In it, we're excited to give you access to our VistaView beta mapping application. This is all for the love of maps. The main goal is to give everybody that's in the economic development community access to free interactive mapping so that way they can understand what's going on inside their community. Now, the first 5 icons at the top are going to be the things that you use the most. If you hover your mouse over each one of these icons, it's going to tell you what they are. This first one is going to be your legend. We don't have any of the layers turned on. This icon is going to be the one that you're going to be using the most. If you click here, you can see we have all the data broken down into categories. If you're trying to showcase what's going on with people in your community, places, want to understand boundaries, the infrastructure, weather, earth layers, and of course you've got your base map options down at the bottom. Now the first thing is you can use your scroll wheel or use this plus and minus sign over here to zoom in and zoom out. This works a lot like Google Maps. So for instance, we can just zoom in over here and let's take a look if we were interested in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Well, within this community, as we zoom in, you can see you get more and more layers or more detail added to the base map. But now we want to understand, what are the people like? So I'm going to go ahead and see this downward arrow, click to drop it down. You've got to turn on your people layer, and then let's just say we wanted to understand where their 5-year projected growth is, all within Hot Springs, Arkansas. Simply hit the visibility button, and now you're going to get a heat map showing you where the 5-year population growth is projected to be in a percent. So down here in the south, you can see it's best growing right here. The 5-year population growth is 8%. It has 666 total people with 719 projected in 2028. What we can also do is just turn on this legend now that we have a layer turned on, and you can see the color scheme. Wherever you got red, that's going to where you're going to have hot areas that are growing in a large percent basis, and blue are going to be population loss or even just breaking even. Now what we can do is just zoom out anywhere in the United States and start examining where the population growth is projected to grow in that market. So for instance, if we zoom into DFW, you can see it's all happening in the periphery around the major cores. In addition, we packed in the average household size. We got the median age, so you can see where the young people choose to set up shop and those elderly people. We can also just see where the income is in DFW or any place in the United States. The racial breakdown is pretty cool because we added a dot density component, so now you can see where the population that is white, black, Hispanic, or Asian live with any market as well. We've also packed this in with the mosaic data that's coming from Experian that gives you a really good story about what the people are like in this area. So for instance, go ahead and click on one of these cells. It's going to bring up a pop-up window showing you what mosaic is in the highest concentration, and even cooler is if you hit this cluster PDF and hit view, it's going to bring up a really cool PDF explaining in detail what the type of people are like in your area. My favorite is on page 4 because it really gives you a good just description and a one-pager about how these people spend their time, their money, and just where they are in life and what their everyday situation is like. Now we can go ahead and turn off all the people data. And let's say we want to know something about the places. You can turn on schools, but you can see there's a different categories of schools. Turn on places, turn on your school data, and now we can see where all the public institutions are within any area. Go ahead and give it a click, and it'll bring up all the information that we have about this individual school. Under the boundaries, you've got all your geopolitical boundaries. You can turn on the zip codes, the cities, the counties, the federal opportunity zones, federal land, you name it. Infrastructure-wise, we have our power information. So here you can turn on where all the power plants are within the given area. Make sure you toggle the infrastructure icon, the power icon, and then the power plants. These icons are based upon what is the main source of their energy. Substations available as well. Based upon the proportionality of these dots and how big they are as their maximum load, as well as the transmission lines throughout the entire United States. Under weather, you got where all the storms are being reported and the hail paths of the United States. Under earth, you got all these wonderful layers just letting you know what the soil and everything is like in any area in the United States. So this should give you a good general overview of what is going on in your city in terms of these categories. In addition, you can always go in and turn on your base map and say, look, I want a Google satellite imagery, so you can dive down and see what dirt's moving or just get a good view of what the imagery is like. Now, this is just the beta version. Please have fun with it and give us a call if you want any other data packed into this.